It's Deborah from Dear Daughter Diaries, and in honor of Black History Month, I wanted to share a quick story about my natural hair journey and why I decided to go natural. I just wanted to quickly just say that the idea that people have to announce that they're going natural, when you think about it, what other ethnicity has had to or has felt they needed to do this? It really is a sad thing that going natural is, or growing your hair the way that it naturally comes out of your scalp has to be announced, or people feel they have to share that, or it's such a big deal. Anyway, when I was very young, about 8, my relaxers were just introduced into the market, and relaxers are the things that people use to straighten their hair, to make it like bone straight, so that they can have more of a shiny look to it. So at that time, home kits were introduced, and my mom and my aunt thought it would be easier for our hair to be taken care of, but also to retain length if it was straighter, because then you wouldn't have to comb and deal with kinks and such. So there were some concerns right away. One, when she opened up the jar of relaxer, it smelled like a chemical, a strong chemical, like a tire or gasoline. And I always associated hair products with things that smelled good, like strawberries, cherries, citrus, vanilla, even cocoa butter, shea butter. This smelled horrible, but I thought because it's something very new and it was doing something very extreme that it may have to smell bad. The second concern we had, was that it came with protective gloves and petroleum jelly to protect the edges of your hair, your skin, your earlobes, and your scalp. So you had to spend maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes applying this stuff all over where skin would be so that the stuff wouldn't get on it. Huge red flags. And as much as I was only 8, I got that. I knew there was something not right with that. The concerns I have were warranted. A minute into the application process, it started to burn. And I don't mean tingle, I mean burn. And I thought 1 minute like this times 15, which is the 50 minutes we're given, could I make it? And would it get worse? Sure enough, it did get worse. It got more intense. My eyes started to water and turn beet red. I wasn't crying, but the tears were flowing. I could taste blood, although I couldn't see any, and the smell was heavy. My head was hot. It was like it was swelling and throbbing. And after about 15 to 20 minutes, we hadn't finished applying the product yet, and we still had to wait for it to break the hair down. So about 45 minutes into the process, I was definitely in tears. I wasn't crying, but I definitely, because I tried to endure the pain so that I could have the beauty that I was looking for, that we were looking for. But it hurt like crazy. There's a neutralizing process that you go to. I thought that would cool my hair down, my scalp down. It just was like flicking a match into my hair. It was like on fire for about 45 minutes, and then it's cooled down. And by that time, I didn't care what my hair looked like. I just wanted the stuff out. The only choice that we had at this point now was to continue to relax the hair every 6 to 8 weeks, or to just do a big chop and start fresh. Now, remember, at this time, beauty was long hair, straight hair. So big chop, there was no way that was going to happen. So we endured, and I relaxed my hair like many other women of color. I relaxed my hair for 30 years after that. So I endured that pain and that process every 6 to 8 weeks for about 30 years. When I had my own daughters, I became concerned about how they were going to see women of color, how they see themselves and view themselves and their self-esteem. And one day I decided that it was just too much. It was too much to do their hair, and it was too much on our self-esteem and my health, my scalp, the condition of my scalp. So one day I went out and came back and my hair was cut off. Like, I did a big chop. My daughters were like, "What? What?" Like, they were not, like, again, short hair was, they associate women with long hair as being the norm. But I did the big chop, and I still texturized a bit, and then eventually just totally stopped relaxing it. And guess what? My hair, it has length. It's natural. It takes me some time to do it, but I've learned how to take care of my own natural hair and to love my own natural hair the way that it grows out of my scalp, because that's me. And I've learned to not be ashamed of who I am, my features, my hair texture. And I applaud a few YouTubers that inspired me to continue my journey, because at some point it was like a battle that I was fighting by myself because no one seemed to be about it. One was Natural 85, and another one Mahogany, and the third Natural Sisters. And they have videos about how to care for your hair, natural products to put in it, different ways to style it. And so then with today's social media, you can actually, instead of having the media feed you, you can go out there and find out what really is actually going on, and how many different people out there are having the same struggle that you're having, or sees beauty, and you can see beauty in from different perspectives. So different people see beauty in different ways. You don't have to buy into what people are shoving down your throat. You can actually decide for yourself what you think is beautiful. So I just wanted to share that story with you to let you know that when you see a female of color who's gone out of her way or get her hair weaved or permed or braided, that it was a process, a lengthy, thought out process. And in order to be accepted by a society that tends to shun, to belittle, and to ridicule women of color for whatever reason. Who knows what the reasons are? But I think it's important for everyone to understand that the uniqueness and the diversity of different people is what makes us beautiful, no matter what our color of our skin is, the texture of our hair, our eye color, our features. The diversity and the differences in us is what makes us beautiful. It would be such an ugly thing if all of us looked the same. And who's to say, why is it that someone sets a standard for beauty and we're all trying to achieve that? That really makes no sense. It really makes no sense. And not everyone thinks that one thing is beautiful. That being said, if you have any similar stories that you'd love to share, I'd love to hear them. Add your comments if you'd like. Subscribe and like. I don't have a schedule as to when I'm going to put up other videos, but I will try and be more consistent with it. Enjoy the rest of Black History Month. There's a lot of things to watch and